Hi friends, welcome back to Abhi Tutorials. In this video, we will discuss briefly about variables in JavaScript. First, let's see what is a variable. A variable is a container which any programming language uses to store a value. Can be used to store text, numbers, boolean, decimal digits, etc. But one special thing about variables is that their contained values can change. There are three different keywords you can use to create a variable, which are var, let, const respectively. These keywords can be placed in front of any identifier such as name, year, amount to make them a variable. Let's now see how to name the JavaScript variables. JavaScript variables are case sensitive, which means capital H is not small h. Variable names can start only with underscore or letters and can contain only underscore, letters and numbers. The variable names cannot start with a number, but the variable name can contain a number anywhere in between or at the end. For example, first address is invalid because it starts with the number 1. However, address 1 is valid because it starts with a letter and ends with a number. Variable names also cannot contain spaces, symbols or special characters. A common convention that developers use while naming variables is known as camel casing. In this method of naming variables, if the variable name has multiple words, then the starting letter of the first word should be in small case and the starting letter from the next word onwards should be in caps case. For example, if a variable name has multiple words, for example say street address, date of birth, is enabled or area of circle, etc., then the corresponding camel case variable naming will be as given here. It is not mandatory to use camel casing as a naming convention for the variables. However, it will be a best practice if you do so. Initially, when the JavaScript was created, there was only the var keyword. Due to the issues that were encountered because of the usage of the var keyword, the ECMAScript committee has introduced two new keywords for declaring variables known as the let and const. Variables declared using the var keyword uses a concept known as hoisting. Let's now see what is hoisting. In JavaScript, variable declarations and function declarations will process before code execution. Declaring a variable anywhere in the code is equivalent to declaring it at the top. This behavior of JavaScript to move the variable declaration to the top of the function or global scope is known as hoisting. Hoisting will be enabled for the variables created using the var keyword as they are global scoped. If the variable is created using the let or the const keyword, then the variable will not support hoisting since they are block scoped. Let's now see what is block scoped. In JavaScript, a block is defined using a pair of curly braces. If you use let or const to define a variable as given here, then the variable will respect the block and its scope will be limited to the scope of the block. In this example, we have two variables a and b created using the let and the const keywords. Both the variables are enclosed within a block. If you try to access the variables a and b outside the block, you will get an error stating that the variable is undefined. Same as from the previous slide, we have defined two variables within the block. In this piece of code, we are trying to access the variables let and const outside the block or outside the curly braces. Let's now run the code and see how it works. On running the code, we received the reference error a is not defined. We got this error because the variables created using the let and the const keywords are limited to the block in which it is defined, and trying to access it from outside the block will give you an error. Let's now create a variable c within the block using the var keyword. Similar to previous example, let's try to access the variable c outside the block. Save the file and run the program again. This time you will see the output displayed. Since the variable c is global scoped, it is not limited to the block in which it is defined. Nowadays, using let and the const is recommended by the community because it solves issues due to global scoping by the var type. Let's see the types of data that can be stored in the variables. There are various types of data that can be stored in variables such as numbers, strings, boolean arrays and objects. Let's see each of them one by one. The first variable type we are going to see is the number type. Numbers that can be stored in variable could be either whole numbers or what we call as integers in other programming languages, and decimal or floats as given here. Strings are nothing but text values. String should be enclosed within either a single quote or double quote as given here. Boolean can be either true or false values. Boolean values should not be enclosed within a double or single quotes. Array is a single object that contains multiple values enclosed within square brackets. Each value in an array should be separated using a comma. To access individual values from array, we use the index number. Generally, index numbers start from 0 and increments by 1 till it reaches the last index. Each array will have a property named length, which will give you the number of items in the array. In VS Code, I have created a planets array, and I am going to console log the index number 0 and 2 along with the length of the array. Run the program. You will see the value from index 0, index 2 and the length of the planets array. In JavaScript, objects are a type of variables that can be compared to objects in real life. Objects can have property and value. In JavaScript, objects will be enclosed within curly braces. A very simple empty object can be created using the syntax as given here. Within the object, we can add key and value pairs separated using a colon. If the value is a string, we have to enclose them within either a single or a double quote. If the value is a number or boolean, we don't have to enclose it within a quote. Each key value pair is separated using a comma except for the last pair. Let's now see an example. To access individual element of the object, you can use the dot notation. For example, the variable name vehicle followed by a dot followed by the key that is vehicle.color will give you the value red. Another way of accessing specific value is using the square brackets. For example, vehicle square bracket wheels will give us 4 as the result. Let's now see it in code. Here we have created an empty object named vehicle. Let's try to output the same. Also, let's output the type of variable using a function named typeOf. Run the code. As you can see, an empty object is displayed along with the type of the variable, which is nothing but an object. Let's now add the key value pairs of type wheels and color for the vehicle object and output the same. Run the program again and you will be able to see the object displayed. Let's output the color of the vehicle by accessing the color property using the dot notation. Run the program again and you will get the specific value from the object as red. There is one more way of getting the value, which is using the square bracket as displayed here. Here we pass the key enclosed in double or single quote within the square bracket right next to the variable name. Executing the same will return you the value 4 corresponding to the specific key wheels. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.